we're talking about the 48-hour, and we're talking about the 48-hour film project. Up next on Geek Out SA.
Do not attempt to adjust your YouTube video. We control the stream.
And welcome back to Geek Out SA. It's Friday and we're having fun.
It's Friday and we're late.
Friday and we're late. Well,
We're late.
We're very late, but
very late.
yeah, but we're late for a reason.
And we're somewhere new and somewhere like freakishly odd, right?
Yeah. So we're here at Nelco Media.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
So yeah.
Chilling. No, it's very like grown up. It's very cool here. Phil has like all of these like instruments and flamethrowers and things. And I mean, here comes Phil. I thought Phil was gonna go take a nap.
He needs one.
So yeah, we're here because there was an event here at Nelco Media, and that starts today.
So there was a kickoff, and it started here at 6 o'clock. So we've been here, and we actually entered this project. Dude, first time we've ever done that.
So if you watched our previous episode with Phil on when he was talking about some of the projects that he's doing for Nelco Media, this is one of the things that he talked about and encouraged people in San Antonio to sign up for. And he was like, hey, what about if y'all do it? And I was like, sure. I'm like, sure, why not?
Why not? Let's just do it.
So yeah, we decided let's do it, and so we came out here at 6, and Eric is helping us out. Eric is with Nelco Media, and he's a content creator here in San Antonio, and there were 27 teams, Eric, or 26, do you remember? 27. Yeah. I think there was 27 teams this year, and I think Phil said last year there was 16. So
it's
San
growing.
Is really
growing,
we're
doing really good.
Really representing. And Jay's here of Jaybird. Are you still
Jaybird Videos?
Jaybird Studios. Don't put your nose up there. Jaybird
SA.
Come here. You can come sit with us. Sit with us, Jay. You just have to talk loud. You have to talk loud into Vincent's mic.
But it's been a while since we've had Jay on for a while.
Can I just sit on Vincent's lap?
You can sit on Vincent's lap, and y'all can share a mic. That'll be cute. That'll be fun. Oi, now you're taller than me.
Huh?
Good job, me.
Get used to this. I'm just kidding.
So Jay is a content creator here in San Antonio. So he and Eric also entered, and Eric's over here helping us produce the show. Entered the 48-hour film festival, or it's the 48-hour film project.
Right.
Is what it is.
And it started like right at 7, so we're actually giving everybody like an hour head start ahead of us, sort of.
Well,
sort of. We kind of like already started writing stuff out already.
Yeah, because that's how my brain works. So I'm the writer part. So tonight, the first thing we all had to do when we got together is we had to pick 2 genres. And there were several different genres, and we got a bowl that we could pick from. And we're going to cut together some video later and show y'all kind of a video of how this event is going. So what 2 genres did you get, Jay?
We got silent film, which
it doesn't matter. Pick
one. So we got. Oh wait, wrong mic. We got silent film. Nothing any of us are going to be good at because we're just talkative all the time. No, but our second genre that we're probably going to lean more towards is probably mystery. But then again, it's going to be up to the guys. It's the whole team thing. But I feel like that'll be the best category.
Because you've done little short films before. We've been in some with you with your Bata Rangers.
Hey, Llorona?
La
Got
Llorona.
together? What happened?
You can't leave me
It's a long story. It's a long story.
So have you ever done any kind of mystery, or do you do more of kind of like comedy, horror?
It's mainly been comedy and action because of Bata Rangers.
Right.
But one other genre has been kind of horror comedy. So y'all know I have this character, Lupita.
Yeah.
She's just Terrata, San Antonio, and everybody's like, Lupita. But she's mainly my horror comedy thing, and spoiler, we're gonna be working on a part 2.
Nice. Very cool.
Talk loud. What'd you say?
Yeah,
Make it happen.
Speak up, Jay. Speak like a little tiny bird.
Fix your equipment, not your shirt.
So, out of all the genres that we could have gotten, which one were you hoping for?
Well, it would have been awesome to do like action or comedy or
That's what I
you
figured.
know, even sci-fi or fantasy. But like, we kind of lucked out with some of the good stuff. Like,
Period piece would have been horrible, right?
how you
Yeah.
gonna do that? I mean, we could go back to the 2000s, you know, maybe 2010s.
That's what I was telling some of the younger
Yeah,
kids.
they
that
can
were
do the
around us.
80s,
I was
eh?
like, period piece doesn't
And
mean
like,
the
I-
1800s, right? It's just pick a period.
And they were like, I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, I got like 2 more decades on you.
You're making the audience
I'm sorry.
dizzy.
I tend to do that because
So Vince got to pick our 2 categories.
Yeah.
So he got.
So I got romance and I got time travel.
So we think that obviously the romance part is going to be easy since we're married.
So the
right?
thing is, you can pick one of the genres, or if you're really crazy, you can do both of them at the same time.
So I'm going to totally do both because I'm crazy.
And there's not saying like you can't do any of the other genres within your genre.
Right.
Your genre just has to be.
Like pronounced. That
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
to be the one. Like everybody has to know when they're watching it that that's what it is. But that doesn't mean we can't have comedy elements in it.
But you have like a comedy mystery.
Yeah, so I think if you want to do something like that, have you? I guess you're
Like
young,
Clue.
so maybe you've never seen. But have you seen Clue with Tim Curry?
I know who Tim Curry is. Don't get me wrong there.
Okay, well,
Okay.
that's a start, I guess.
It's a
So if you,
filmmaker.
so if you want to see a comedy mystery, see Clue with Tim Curry, and you could probably find it nowadays on one of the streaming
Yeah.
services.
Definitely.
Son.
Yeah, that would be a good one to watch. It's very funny, and it's very much. Have you watched any mystery, kind of like Death on the Nile or anything like that?
No. So this is kind of like the soft part of my creating aspect is that I've only been mainly like dabbled into like thrillers, comedies, action. I haven't really dabbled into like anything else like mystery, silent film, you know, the period one, which I always thought was something else. But yeah, I never really
Hey,
thought
well,
about
you
it.
could say, hey, prove it to me that that's not what it is.
Yeah.
No, there's definitions of what it is. I think the one that I was most concerned that we were going to get was film noir. Film noir is like kind of darker, kind of grittier and edgier, and it's just the 2 of us because Aaron didn't end up being able to make it.
We could have done that. I think we could have done that.
We could have, but I don't know as successfully as I think we're going to be able to do this, right? Especially for our first
I think
one.
we could have done that.
You think we could have done film noir, really?
Just go black and white, and
And like with a pop of color.
yeah.
The hardest one would have been musical.
I was
That-
ready for musical.
I don't even know how you're gonna pull that off.
I was ready to throw some like Little Mermaid stuff. Like, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? And I'm in there with all the Star Wars collectibles. Like, I was ready to throw down some musical. Like, I was
never mind.
prepared.
She had it. She was prepared.
Yeah.
I was prepared with a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I kind of told him ahead of time, because we're Geek Out SA, I really had a set idea of, and I don't know how much Vince wants me to, like, reveal to everybody about what we're going to do, or if he wants everybody to wait until we're done. I kind of had a set idea of the type of character, or at least one of the types of characters that I wanted us to have for sure, because we're
Right.
Geek Out SA. So I was like, it very much has to be like X type of character has to be in whatever we develop,
Mhm.
because I want us to go with that kind of, you know, geeky genre of who we are. So ours is gonna almost kind of be comedy, sci-fi, romance, time travel.
Have y'all gotten into the stuff with what we have to do and incorporate?
Yeah, it's gonna be super easy. Like, we have to incorporate goggles.
Mhm.
Well, if we do time travel, you need a scientist who does time travel.
Yeah.
Goggles are easy like
Oh,
that,
that's
right?
good. That's good. Okay.
And then romance, like, the line is, would you please stop doing that? Well, every couple
Yeah.
tells each other that, so I can put that line in there, no problem. That'll be super easy.
Yeah.
And then the food delivery, we already called our son and we were like, hey, can you come be a food delivery guy? And he's like, yes. So he's going to be Uber Eats or something and bring us a meal. So yeah, I thought this year's things that we had to do were pretty easy.
Yeah.
Have you thought about them yet, or?
I threw out an idea. Threw it in the chat. Definitely. I mean, it's just an idea that I came up with. Of course, we're gonna like deliberate and discuss what other possibilities there are. But yeah, it's. I mean, everybody has that whole delivery thing. I think that could be a real good segue for a lot of people's videos.
Right, I think so too. Because it's
that's-
like, here's the food delivery, we have this meal, and then we can move to the next thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was perfect. So I was like, oh, this should be pretty easy for most of us.
For me, I was thinking like, I don't really count it as a spoiler because it's 48 hours. It's gonna come out.
Right, it's going to come out in 48 hours.
Yeah.
I was
Definitely.
thinking like a 90s character. You know how they used to wear goggles back in the day?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Philip confirmed with somebody that walked in a while ago that said we can use swim goggles. So that's a given. And
Yeah, that would be cool.
He said that or safety glasses.
Yeah.
Goggles or
Safety
safety
glasses,
glasses.
yeah. Swim
So-
goggles, science goggles, any type of goggles like that. Really, you could probably even get away with steampunk goggles if you were doing like a period piece. If you wanted it to be like that kind of
that'd be
thing, that would be
nice.
kind of
Mhm.
cool, or a fantasy. I feel like fantasy would have also been hard because you have to do a lot of costuming.
yeah.
Right? I feel like
Yeah.
ours, we don't have to do as much costuming. We can kind of wear whatever we have at home, and that's our costuming, right? Like, we have stuff because we
We
cosplay.
have, yeah, we do
we
have
have
cosplay,
Ren
yeah.
Fair stuff because we cosplay, so we could do fantasy. But I think it's harder, like, to get dressed up in all of that stuff and everything.
Probably finding a scenery that'll match it.
Right, that matches it. Whereas if we're doing romance, we can just do stuff in the house, and it's not that big of a deal, you know?
Right.
It's bloody hot out there, so I don't know about y'all. I want to do as little outdoor filming.
It was actually nice today. I really liked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
That-
cloud cover.
Yeah.
Last couple of days has
Talking
been
about
nice.
the weather in San Antonio.
Right. The mystery is, how did we survive this summer?
For real.
Yeah.
Then you're with your swim goggles and your big red in your little inflatable pool.
Write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
I want to see y'all do that. I
Do
want to
it,
see Eric
do
in the
it.
inflatable pool with his swim goggles and his big red. All.
Oh my god.
And then you come stumbling out and you're stabbed in the back. But your wife is just standing there laughing at you, so we knew. No mystery. Mystery solved. Done.
Right.
It only has
It's
to
a
be 4
2-second mystery.
It only has to be 4 to 7 minutes anyway.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That makes sense. I'm back to drowning.
You're like, that's hot.
And that's the thing. I think this is going to be really easy for us because, well, I think it's going to be very easy, but it could be very hard
We're gonna
to
find
knock
out
that
soon.
to 5 to 7, or was it 4 to 7?
4 to 7
4 to 7.
minutes.
4 to 7 minutes?
4 to 7 minutes.
Because
so.
we're usually doing like 15-minute stuff, or the show is like 40 minutes. So we're used to longer.
Yeah, because how long are your Vato Rangers episodes are usually pretty long, right?
Yes.
How long are they normally?
Normally, originally they were supposed to be like around 6 minutes,
Mhm.
which that's gonna be a thing now. It's going forward. It's gonna be 6
Oh,
minutes.
you just want to
but-
keep it at 6?
Yeah, but before or after that little period, we had a little small period where it did like almost 10 minutes to 15-minute videos or
Yeah.
13-minute videos.
I remember there was this one period where you were making a Vato Rangers movie.
We don't talk about that period, Vince. That period has died with COVID.
Darn that COVID, darn it. That was another thing I was telling the kids. Like, you could do a period piece where it's the period of COVID, right? And you could
Ooh.
really like delve into like how that made you feel, and you could do stuff in your house and everything. Like, I think it's gonna all depend on the voice of each film company, and I'm hoping that we see those different voices kind of come through, right? I hope that ours is really geeky and that kind of comes through, and you're gonna get to see some of our collectibles and stuff, and you know, we're that geeky married couple, so you're gonna kind of see that in the romance. So I'm hoping our kind of voices come through with ours.
Right.
So I'm hoping that you stick with, because a lot of your voice is some of that kind of silly, tropey San Antonio type stuff. So I would love to see some of that voice kind of come through your mystery and have it be, you know, something like that. Like, even if it's the mystery
would
of
be
who
fun.
ate your paleta or
Right? Or
Damn
who
it.
ate the last taco?
Ate the
I want to
taco.
know.
That would be funny.
I
I'm
want.
looking at you, Eric, with the guacamole on your face.
So I think it's gonna be fun.
Mhm.
I'm a little nervous, but not too bad. I wanted it to be more fun than more work.
Work.
Yeah.
For a while, like Vince and Aaron, who normally produces, they were like, "Man, what about this and what about that? And do this and do that." And I'm like, whoa. I just want to like, get my ring light and my stand and my phone and like use my KineMaster. Like, this is the first quote unquote film I've ever made, right? And I just want us to be silly and put like movie tropey things in there that like drive you nuts normally when you see a movie, but I want to put like as many of them in there as I can. Like, I just want it to be a fun process. And like, hopefully it turns out good. Like, I'm not going to make trash just to make trash, but I think sometimes you can see those kind of funny films and stuff like that, and you really love them and you really enjoy them. So I'm hoping that that's kind of how it turns out, and that all of us end up just kind of having fun with it and not like making ourselves sick over it or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't make it into work. Don't stress about it. Or how many people do you have on your team?
As of right now, I know 3. Me, myself, Eric, or me, myself.
So
There's 2.
me and
There's
himself.
2 right
There's
there.
2.
Well, there may be a second cameo in me that may pop out if it's possible. But it's me, Eric, and Javi. And then there's possibilities of other characters. We haven't confirmed that yet.
I think it gets harder the more people you add to the team, though, right? Because then you're trying to like run things by people, and do you like this, and is this okay? And especially if you're the writer and you have the vision, or you're the producer and you have the vision, and everybody.
But I think you really have to keep this down, like, to the minimum anyway, because you're only doing 4 to 7 minutes. How many people can you get through in 4 to 7 minutes?
Yeah.
And it to be a consistent piece.
Right, and to have some decent dialogue, or some funny dialogue, or some good tropes in there, to make it so that people really want to sit down and watch it for 4 to 7 minutes.
Right.
Because even sometimes there are TikToks that are a minute long that I'm like, that's too long. You know what I mean? You're like, that's too long. I'm not going to watch that. So I think if we can't get some of those things down and we try to do too much, it's not going to be as fun. I'm really excited because this year, one of the teams is led by a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
So she actually had to bring her mom to sign all her paperwork. She couldn't sign it. So we're probably going to get walloped by a 14-year-old, just by the way, because they do love, all things media, and they're very savvy about.
She's well into the game right now because she sees everything and how easy it's like accessible to them now.
Right.
Like I can look at this, I can get that camera equipment, I can get this mic, I can get whatever and make it work. I mean, it doesn't even have to be expensive stuff either. Like my phone, I could do like portrait video and just like have it focused and everything blurred in the background. It's like a freaking cinematography or cinema video.
Right, and that's just how we're gonna start. I mean, I've seen that you guys through Nelco Media have some really good equipment that just intimidates the heck out of me. But we're just gonna start this first year with the cell phone, and the kids already can do that. They're already tech savvy to their cell phones. They know how. Like, I'm gonna probably be looking up some YouTube videos on how to use some special effects on KineMaster that I've never used before for time travel.
But we have, we do have equipment that we use for the show that we're also using.
We're gonna use it in tandem with this. This is like not the only thing. We do have some equipment that we're gonna use.
We're gonna have to figure out how to hide our mics.
Yeah, that was something I was actually gonna talk to you about later, because we have to wear our mics. And so
we have to get ourselves some gaff tape.
And then we're going to have to figure out what to do with our dog, because if you've watched the show normally and we're at the house, the dog likes to come in and be in every part of the show and climb in our laps and give us kisses, and so he may have to go to grandma's house. I don't know. Yeah, because I missed the dog, so I needed a dog. So as far as your company is going, you're going to do this, and this is going to do you feel like this is going to kind of help maybe kickstart those creative juices again and get you, because COVID, I think, was tough, right?
Yeah, man. Like right now, I feel good. I feel like really in the brainstorming phase of doing a lot of stuff. And yeah,
Finishing off that movie.
well, we're going in a different direction, but it's gonna be better. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're working on.
There
a
was
lot
some
of new
good
stuff.
stuff in there, though.
I know, but we lost
He's
one
just-
character. Remember?
He's just being a big baby because he had a part in it, and he wants to see himself in a film.
We had a great part in it.
Oh, I
That
was
can
way
still actually be incorporated because I still have the clip of that. We just
Yeah.
gotta put it in a different type of scenario. Battle.
That's fine. I'll react for you, and I'll still steal the show.
I still, yeah, I can re-edit that stuff on Premiere Pro now because that was all on KineMaster. But on
Yeah.
Premiere Pro, it would probably look better and can mess with the color a lot more.
But that was the nice thing that COVID did give you, right? Was the chance to sit there with Premiere Pro and really learn that. So you've had a much better experience with that than with KineMaster, or it's just been kind of like a level up. Basically.
KineMaster has always been, in the name of it, kind to me, and it'll be kind to everybody else that like messes with that app because it's super easy. A little frustrating at first because when I first downloaded it, yeah, it's a little frustrating, but then you got to think like you got to put work into this. You got to find ways to make your scenes work and to make the edits work, and that's what I did with a lot of my old stuff. That I wanted to do something a little bit more advanced and test myself and teach myself that there's other things that I can use. Yes, it's going to require $1 out of my pocket, but it's something that I can manage now. Back then I had a hard time managing it.
Right.
Now I am fortunate enough to be in a place where like I can manage a lot more and work on a lot of things. And
Well,
I
because
taught
really
myself
with
a lot.
Premiere, you need like a really good laptop or a good PC in order to really run it. It's really not something that you're going to be running from your phone, right?
Yeah.
You know how to do that. I don't. I'm not that tech person. Like, I'm really impressed with myself knowing how to use KineMaster, and so I'm like really happy. And
Well,
it's
the
something-
learning curve for Premiere isn't that.
It's not that difficult.
It's not that difficult.
There's a lot of YouTube videos you can watch, and like it helps a lot, especially when you want to do like some like really cool stuff. It's like, man, I did that. Okay, cool. And then, but it's just like regular KineMaster moving to Premiere Pro. It's just cut editing. It's simple. It's easy. It's not that difficult. But the tricky part is that if you do not have an equipment such as a laptop that's strong enough to hold Premiere Pro, because that was my downfall, which is why I invested into a PC.
Yeah.
But it gets frustrating because sometimes your GPU is not strong enough. You don't have enough RAM. You know, it'll kill your mood. It'll make you frustrated. Make you want to throw your
It
whole-
lags, right?
Yes.
Forever.
The rendering time is son of a.
I just bought some new components to put a new PC together. So I'm just like, I'm waiting to do that. Mainly for the show, to stream the show, but it's going to be a much powerful computer than I've had before.
But maybe if he gets the bug, 'cause he's usually not a fan of editing. He does not. Do you like editing? He does not. He does not like to edit.
It's frustrating at first, but then you got to realize that if it's something you want to do, you're the only one that can make it happen. Especially if you don't want to reach out to anybody else to do it for you. The best person to reach out is to actually yourself.
You know, I kind of like the editing. I like seeing the pieces come together that you've kind of filmed over time, and then it comes together into a coherent
you get
thing.
that sense of accomplishment. Like,
Yeah.
you did that. You didn't have to reach out to anybody else. You didn't have to go back to Fiverr and be like, hey, can you do this for me? No, it's like you did that.
I
And
remember back in the day, Colleen,
Yeah, I was.
she
not
would tell
nice.
me, oh, okay, well, just edit it. It's going to take a really long time. But here's the thing. Editing takes a long time. Even if you're editing just like 5 minutes of video
Yes.
or 15 minutes of video, that 15 minutes will take you at the very least 2 hours.
2 hours. At least 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Just to get it cut together. And that's if you remember from when you filmed what order you wanted everything to be in, and you
Yes.
don't drop it in the wrong order, in the wrong place, and then you've got to switch it around. And then if you accidentally, oh my God, the last 2 times I've edited videos for our channel, I've had him watch it, and he's been like either, I duplicated a clip and didn't realize it, and so I've like had the same clip like at the beginning and then another time towards the end. So then when you cut that out, then you got to move all of your effects and everything, and it's just like, oh my god.
But it's a lot easier to do that in Premiere.
Yeah, because Premiere you can actually like group stuff that you want to like move, and when you cut something and you wanted to make sure that it snaps like in that direct spot, Premiere has like some sort of software that'll just like snap it. And
Since I updated KineMaster, it did it this time. I was so grateful because I had to cut a big chunk out, and I was like, stickers and effects that I put in there, and then I was like, hey, wait, it all lined up.
It's easy to do small stuff on KineMaster and Premiere Pro. That way it gets your juices flowing, so when you want to do something bigger, you already know what to do, what's gonna work for you. That's what I had to teach myself, is that instead of doing like a big project, I did like little 30-second clips or whatever. I did this one called Spider Battle, which is like I got like effects to like do Spider-Man's webs and whatnot. And I was pretty proud of that because it turned out pretty okay. But like doing that, it kind of just paves your way to like do more and to be more comfortable with like pacing yourself. And it just gets easier.
And that's the thing.
It gets easier as you do it.
It gets easier as you do it, and you can really just, like you said, if you just want to practice, you can just film a few things like with you and your friends or you and your family or whatever, and then just practice like cutting it together. Or if you want to be like Eddie Murphy or something, and you just want to play every part, and you want to be like Jay because he likes to do that a lot too. Just saying. And then you can cut it together, but you can get that practice in, like getting that cut together. So I think that's one thing. And that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. This is our first one, so we'll get to see kind of practice and what is it like, and is it something that we actually like and want to do again, or are we like, no, that's terrible, we're not filmmakers, we're just streamers and TV show.
So let's go into a little bit of like what it takes to be part of this project, because you have to come in and
there's a fee.
There's a fee to do this.
Yeah, so it was $148 if you got in early, and then if you got in like middle of the road, it was $168, and then if you were late, like a lot of us, it was $188 to be part of it. But that's okay. It's a learning experience. You get to see all these other filmmakers and what they do. You get to go to the events and see what happens. You could potentially
but when you go to the events, that it kind of pays for like the events and when they show your film.
Yeah.
So and the events and whatever they're gonna do with that. So nobody's getting rich off like the money that's being.
Oh no, no. All of the money that you pay just goes into making these events happen.
I'm gonna crash this webcast and tell you, as the city producer, I'm definitely not getting rich.
So like I'm getting headaches.
I was like, I'm actually losing money.
They do go to the national to cover all the costs, and then each team, when we do the screening, gets 2 free tickets. And if they want to bring 100 people, they can buy tickets to the screening. But I am totally crashing your webcast.
You're okay. I love it.
Propaganda.
I love it. I don't know if we just saw his elbow or what, but it's fine.
It's in there.
He's a real good hand model.
It was the elbow of Phil, but we got the information.
Yeah.
So put your face over here.
Yeah, he was in there. He was in there.
He's right there. Okay. Don't worry, because I did some video today that I'm going to cut together for y'all later, and there's some sexy video of Phil in that.
Yeah.
One of his ears is bigger than the other, but it'll be fine. You'll enjoy it. But that was funny to see. I felt really awkward at first because this is usually what we do, right? This is what we like to do. We do kind of our talk show thing, and then we'll do little short videos to show y'all stuff that we go to in San Antonio. So at first, I'm the only one walking around, like, using my phone to videotape people. Like, I'm like, people, and here's the people sitting, and here's some people over there. And I felt awkward, like people were looking at me, and they probably weren't. They were probably like, whatever. And then as soon as Phil started, there's like 47 cameras up, you know. Everybody wants to film me.
Guilty.
So I was like, oh, good, I'm not alone anymore. I don't have to feel awkward. But sometimes that's awkward, which is nice. It's nice that we get to film the majority of this in our house, because then I don't have to be in some awkward location somewhere
Or
trying
out
to
in the
film, or like,
sun.
out in the heat or out in the sun, or, you know, asking Dragon's Lair or something if we can film in there or whatever, and then having everybody stare at you. I have a hard time with that. Like, even when we're at the state parks and stuff, because we do some state park videos, I'm like very discreetly trying to take video of like the trails and trees and stuff, because I still get nervous. I'm not one of those people like Jake Paul, or one of those that just walks around and like, everybody should look at me and my entourage and all the things I'm filming. I'm not good at that. So Vince would probably do it. Look at me, I'm Vince. I'm Geek Out SA.
No, I don't think I would.
No, you don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Well, it was funny because I don't know if you heard everybody. They were like, dang, y'all even have shirts.
They're represented.
They're represented. I was like,
There was others that had shirts.
Yeah, like that. Drogi. I know they had like a dragon. I was like, man,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That was a cool one. There was another group that was standing over here that
Maybe because ours was the same color, which we totally didn't realize we had
Yeah.
done until we got in the car. And then we were like, did you wear blue? Because I wore blue. It's like, no, I didn't know you were wearing blue. Oh, wait, I'm wearing blue. That's always the stuff that he says we should really be videotaping. I'm sure you have those kinds of conversations with your wife or your kids too, where you're like, oh, I should have the camera on that.
Yeah.
People would have thought that was
A
funny.
lot.
Yeah.
there's like a ton of stuff that happens inside of our car all the time.
We just need like
They're
a
just like,
24/7 camera going.
Oh wow. Yeah, we need that.
All right. Well, I hate to like push you, but I really want to go write this script while I have, and I know this isn't the
Yeah,
full
we
40
need-
minutes, but I really want to like.
Yeah,
push
we
you
need to
end
get
this
started on
episode.
that, and y'all need to get started on
Y'all
too.
need to start
So
on yours because we're like keeping you hostage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. Sabotaging. I told you.
Where's the other team?
where's the other team? Yeah,
Let me interview them too.
they should be watching right now for the information. So yeah, no, I really am gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna have some fun with it. We're both gonna have some fun with it, and it's gonna be
It's
We're
great.
not
all
have
gonna
any
have
fun.
fun with it.
Jay doesn't
Yeah.
get to have any fun. No fun for
Why,
you.
why not
No.
me?
Okay, you can have a little fun.
Just a little bit fun, and then hopefully one of us will be
the
off
top.
and make it to the top. Yeah.
That would be cool. I'm
Yeah.
not holding my breath, but I think that would be cool.
Well, there's
I really-
some like really,
some really
great
teams,
filmmakers
yeah,
here.
So, you know,
It's
darn them.
like there should
for-
be a rookie competition.
right?
If you've entered before, get out of here.
that would be kind of cool. Maybe we could suggest that for next year, is like different levels of the competition, like, and maybe because they do awards and stuff, so maybe there are awards for like first time, you know, like did a good job or whatever. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I almost had a chance, and this is just like a little small thing. My last thing.
You're fine. You're
Mhm.
fine.
I almost had a chance at this thing called San Antonio Slam Fest. It was like a random video festival that I just decided to enter, like my last Lupita video I did,
Oh yeah.
and I got a really good pop out of the crowd for that. And I was like,
Okay.
and a lot of people by the end of the night were like, "You should have won. I swear you should have won. Like you did such a good job." And I'm like, "Thank you." But like that night kind of like driven me a little bit more to start, get back on the horse.
I think that's all you need sometimes. Is you just need a little encouragement, and somebody to say, "Hey, the things you're putting out aren't so terrible."
And this was a little
Yeah.
different because we don't necessarily hang out with like the film crowd as much,
Right.
because I didn't see very many people that I knew this
I
time,
didn't
because
either.
I usually see a lot of people that I know. Of course, we know Eric and Jay
And Phil.
Phil,
That was pretty much it.
and that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was nice to see a whole new kind of like
Fandom
Geekdom
kind
of
of
fandom,
thing
yeah.
here
Yeah, a
in San
community.
Antonio. Yeah,
A
yeah,
community,
a,
yeah.
a real good community of that, and
They geek out over
check it out. We said it. But thanks for checking us out. I really appreciate it. If you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so the next time we go live, you'll know. But thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
And that's Jay. And thanks so much, Eric. And I'm Colleen.
Geek out, SA.